If you've clicked on this video, it's not a coincidence. It means we have a shared curiosity about recovering your sleep. If you've seen a few of my previous vlogs, I actually explore sleep recovery methods, 12-hour in bed methods, which is called sleep extension in the scientific literature. I'm doing a PhD in sleep music, so how music can improve sleep quality. So today I'm doing the cognitive behavioral therapy insomnia method for recovering your sleep by mistake. I mean, I had to wake up early today and I went to bed relatively late. So to be honest, I was in bed at midnight, sleeping by then. Woke up at 7 a.m. I tend to be a long sleeper. Might sound arrogant or to some people who can't actually get to sleep that much. You know, my long sleep is 9 hours and a half apparently. But I did the calculations. There's a way to calculate it. So if you're interested, you can comment below to see what's the formula to figure out what type of sleeper you are. Genetically, some people are short sleepers, as in they genetically are okay with sleeping 5 hours per night. Anyway, it turns out that I had to wake up at 7 today because I forgot to put out the bins and the night before, and I heard the truck, and so I had to run away and then had to get to do some stuff. And right now it's 7:30 p.m. So I've been awake for 12 hours. As soon as I woke up and did the thing, I was sleepy immediately. I was ready to go to sleep again. But as I got myself busy, you know, that kind of went away. I do feel throughout the day like kind of drowsy. I'm doing what's called sleep restriction. So sleep restriction is a method that cognitive behavioral therapy applies to people who have insomnia. They say have to limit the amount of time that someone is in bed if they have insomnia, and no less than 5 hours and a half. That's what they recommend. I mean, you know, below 6 hours is already supposed to be sleep deprivation, unless you're genetically in that range, but it's a minority of people who are genetically okay with 5 to 6 hours of sleep per night. But it's a massive amount of people who are sleeping less than 6 hours per night in the world, and that's increasing cardiovascular risk, and many other problems, health problems that are relating to the immune system, to cognitive. I mean, I'm not saying that I've recovered all these systems well, but if you're not sleeping enough, it's affecting this. It's dysregulating most of your body. But the method for treating insomnia, the gold standard, is to tell people sleep less. So the gold standard is sleep restriction. And so today I'm going through that. I'm not a fan of it. I prefer the sleep extension method, which is that you stay longer in bed. And today, turns out I'm testing unexpectedly the CBT insomnia protocol. And yeah, I've been a bit sleepy throughout the day. The idea is that it's supposed to make you very sleepy. That's the goal, that you start sleeping. Because if you have insomnia, you're not sleeping. But yeah, if you need to recover your sleep, I'm not sure if it's the best way of doing it. Because if you're in the need of recovering a few hours lost of sleep throughout the week, or after a day that was a short night than your usual or than your sleep need, the best way to recover is actually to get extra hours back. And you can check out my other videos about the 12-hour protocol, where I explain in more depth how it works, the science behind it, and why I believe in it, and how I was using it on myself. But today I'll just try out this one, see how I'm doing. Hopefully I get to sleep nice and I can report about my nice sleep. Or I'm expecting to see if I actually go to sleep like my similar bedtime as usual, because I'm habituated to go to sleep at that time, which is roughly 11 p.m. So I'll report this later on. Good morning. I've just done my cold shower with a finishing touch of warm water. Recommended for starting your day with discomfort. I don't do it every day, but I like cold showers. And I think I messed up the night. So I went to bed at 1 a.m. again, not great, and woke up at 9. So I got an hour extra, but to be honest, it's not thanks to the sleep restriction. So yeah, I think I prefer sleep extension method. But I'm gonna give you an anecdote and mask it as a excuse to why I didn't have good sleep hygiene yesterday. Sleep hygiene is your bedtime habit. Bedtime habits are very important to help you go to sleep. And one of those are probably going to bed early. But this anecdote is a few weeks ago, I asked a friend who's also doing a PhD and is finishing it at the moment in sleep music as well. And I asked her, because she has more experience, is also a hypnotherapist,
has more experience with sleep, improving sleep. And I asked, so what do you think is a good way to balance out increased creativity at bedtime and nighttime and having to have a good sleep pattern, which is what happened to me yesterday. I had a surge of creativity and need to create when I was in bed and around midnight. Yeah, maybe a bit just before midnight. And so yeah, I made music and until late. Well, what did she recommend? She recommended that I should try to stick to a routine, a sleep routine, for most of the nights of a week, while being quite strict with it, while letting one night or so be in a completely creatively free night, so that I can actually just, go for it. As my current state with the PhD study, my schedules are pretty unpredictable because I have to adapt a lot to the participants, and it's the first week of the whole study, so I'm kind of learning how the participants react to the protocol. But in general, I can do better with improving my routine, bedtime. Either way, I'm not a fan of sleep restriction, so I'm not recovering my sleep, I think, with sleep restriction, with this CBT for insomnia gold standard method. That's fine. I don't have insomnia, so maybe it works for people who have insomnia. But later this weekend, I'm gonna get those extra hours again, the 12-hour in-bed method. But today, I have to get back to work, do a few things. There you go. That was insight about sleep restriction, the method that's used by cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. Testing it on myself in a unplanned way, but still following the protocol. It is just sleeping less than what I should be. And that's it. I'm gonna go have breakfast now. And so if you like this, go like, subscribe, comment what you think, what I should improve with my sleep, what you think about sleeping less, and what are your favorite ways of recovering your sleep. Do you nap? Do you sleep extra 12 hours? Anyway, see you very soon. Check out this other video, which is best suited for you. Check it out. Ciao.